Hi friends, I'm Jody and welcome to my channel. So sorry about that, my camera just kind of tipped backwards a little bit. So today we're going to learn how to make this really cute beaded bow knot that you can add to a necklace. You can make it smaller and make a couple of dangly earrings, but we're going to go ahead and do a necklace today, and then maybe we'll do a pair of earrings another day. But this was really fun and easy. I made it last night while I was watching TV, and I made the necklace to go with it. So we're gonna do the whole complete thing today, and I will show you how to make the cute little bow that you can add to pretty much anything. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here we are. I have all the things that we need for our bow itself. You're gonna want 38 small bows, and you're going to want like and these are about 3 millimeters. And then you're going to want a larger bead for the middle, anywhere between 5 and 6 millimeters if this is what you're using, or the 3 millimeter. And you want to make sure that your center one's going to have a larger hole, because this wire is going to pass through it a few times. The other thing you'll want too is either a 22 or 24 gauge metal wire, and the color is your choice, of course. I'm doing another silver one, and it's pretty easy. So I cut off probably about way more than what I needed. You will need anywhere between like 8-9 inches to make a bow this size. And the size of this bow, just to give you an idea, from top to bottom is 2 inches, and across the bows is about 1.5 inches. So it's a decent size pendant, or it could even be, you know, like a bracelet bar. I mean, it could be a lot of things. So you can make them smaller for sure. You can shorten this up, you can shorten these up, but we'll make just the basic one that I have here right now. So you want to start by putting your big bead in the middle, just like that. And then you're going to put on 12 of your smaller beads. Whoops, lost that one over there. And those 12 are going to be one side of your bow, one side of your loop, or one loop, I should say. So just bead all those on. I keep dropping them. I'm going to count them again just to make sure I really put 12 on here. So we'll make the bow first, and then we'll go ahead and make a necklace for it. All right, now let me count my beads, make sure I didn't pull from something else I wasn't supposed to. So I have 4, 6, 8, yep, 12. Okay, so now that you have your 12 beads on, you're just going to take this part, make sure you're leaving yourself plenty of extra wire there. Just bend it. You can shape your wire when you're all said and done here. Stick it through the big hole in your big bead, and just pull it down. And then, like I said, you can adjust your bow and fix your bow when you're all done here, but there's your first loop. Then on the other side, you're going to do the other 12. Now don't worry, because it's going to slide around, but you can tighten it all up in a minute. Let's put the other 12 on. And I'm just using like a large hole spacer for my middle, and I kind of like using the metal bead in the middle. It looks cute. I mean, you could surely do the same color or do like an accent color or something like that if you want. As long as the hole in the bead is large enough, you can use whatever you like. So let's see, there's 5, there's 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Okay, so we got our other side on. And you're just going to do the same thing. Bend that around, put your wire through, and you want to come down to make your other part of the bow, or the straight part of your bow. Don't let your wire get twisted on you. Just, if you have to slow down and just kind of, oops, that one got pushed through the middle there. Shouldn't have. Pull that out of there. All right. It's almost as easy as tying your shoes. All right, so now we have our beads on, and we can just fix them And don't worry, we'll figure out those spaces. We'll keep pulling on this until we get those spaces nice and closed up. Just to get some good little tugs on. Hold on to your middle and just give a good tug. Just make sure it's down. There you go, like that. Okay? All right. Then we're going to take the one side and we're going to bead on 7 more of our little beads. Okay, and there's our 7th. I'm just going to scoot those up. All right, scooting them up, and it's going to make that nice and tight. See how much tighter that is now? And then this bead is actually covering up anything like any exposed wire. And then down here at the bottom, because we're using such thin wire, I do like a wrapped loop, and just a really tiny wrapped loop. You can find like a cute little tiny briolette to hang off of it, because that would look really cute too. But I just do like a plain little wrapped loop. Just make it really teeny tiny so it's almost like not noticeable. But you can dangle some stuff off of it, which would make it look adorable. So we're just gonna leave it right on our round nose pliers and just make a nice little wrap loop. Trying to make it as, whoops, I'm sorry, I slid off camera. Nice and neat as we can. There we go. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to slide off camera, you guys. Make sure I do the other side really front and center. For some reason, like my strength, I end up pulling off to the side. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what I do. All right, so now we have that. We can clip that off. Save your scraps of wire because you will use them at some point. You never know when you're looking for a good little scrap. And then I just fix the little pokey thing that might be sticking out. All right, so there's our bow so far. And then we're just gonna pull this other one down just to make sure we have it nice and tight. And let's bead on our other 7. Whoop, threw that one across the mat here. If I could hang on to them, this would go a lot quicker. I hope you guys have a lot of fun things planned this weekend. Today is the first game for University of Michigan, and our household is pretty excited. My husband's going over to his, he's gonna hang out with his best friends tonight and watch the game over at one of their houses. And so, and my stepson's going with him. My son is camping for the rest of the weekend now. His friends picked him up. So that just means it'll be me and the pets tonight, which is pretty cool. I'll probably take my shower and get all cozied up in my pajamas and watch a movie. I mean, I like to watch the football games too, but I'll probably flip back and forth between the game and a movie just so I can see both. All right. Okay, we got our simple loop started there. And just do a nice little wire wrap just to secure it. Save our little wire and just go ahead and straighten up your little loop and tuck in anything that is pokey. And there is our cute little bow. How adorable is that, you guys? And with these things being like all the rage right now in you know, women's fashion, home stuff, I mean, there's like so many bow things like all over the place. All right, so now that we have that, now we can go ahead and make a necklace for it. And I was thinking what I would like to do is I would like to take some wire, not like bead stringing wire, and loop it through here. Well, no, I don't know if that'll really work out very well. Anyway, we're gonna make it work. but I'm thinking I wanted to use two, maybe, yeah, maybe I could just do the bead string and wire and hide it in here. Anyway, do a one here and one here and make it a necklace like this. So I think that would be really cute. All right, guys, let me pull those supplies together and I'll be right back. Okay, so I pulled out, I measured these and I forgot what it said, so let me measure them again. I'm using 7-strand beading wire from Beaded, and I pulled out, I cut 11.5 inches, and I cut 2 of them, okay? Because we're gonna want one for each side. I have several beads of different shades of mint green. I have some little white shell beads, some little white glass pearl beads. I have some Millefiori glass beads I thought might be really cute in this necklace, and just a bunch of different shades of green. I have a few bead caps that I sewed across and a bunch of silver little spacer beads there. I pulled out 2 regular crimp beads for the end of our necklace and 2 of these new kind of crimp beads. They have like a little plunger here. These make really great additions to your jewelry because if you look at them sideways, they just look like a little bead. And you push that little plunger in and it holds it closed, and you don't need to put anything over it like a bead cap or anything like that. And I have several jump rings. These are around 6 millimeter, and because I'm waiting on my 4 millimeters and my 5 millimeters to get here. And I have also a larger lobster clasp that we will be using. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to attach our bow to our strands. So if you can see what I did here is I just used a large jump ring and just treated it like a pendant, which you can surely do that. So that may be something that we'll do, but I wanted to try to do something a little bit different with this, so we'll see if it works out. And if it doesn't, you know what, we tried and it's all good. So I'm wanting to be able to kind of hide it like this, and I think it might work. So let's do that, and let's put on one of our little special crimp beads that we have, okay? And we're going to go ahead and put both strands through. All right, and we can straighten up the strands, make one short here in a second. I haven't crossed, yeah. Let's make one of these shorter. I'm pulling on the wrong one. Still doing it. All right, so let's just make one shorter. I probably did this way backwards, you guys. It's not that hard. I'm kind of, yeah, I did it the hard way. So if we put it right here, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like right in the middle between our 12 beads. So 6 on one side of it, 6 on the other. And just pull that down as far as you can get it without like losing any integrity in your design. Okay, just so it kind of hides. And these you're supposed to be able to just use your pliers on to close, but I don't have the strength and it slides off that little notch. So I just use the little notch within my crimping pliers to get a good grip and squish it down. See, and now it just looks like a little bead there. Pretty much disappears. All right, so let's do the other side. And we'll be a little bit smarter about it this time. Put this on here. We can put it in the right spot in a second here. I just want to get this little side in the crimp bead. And let's just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's the right spot. And we just want it sitting right in between those 2 beads. Let's get it in there. There we go, nice and hidden. And then let's go ahead and crimp that crimp bead down. Gonna hold it. Just coming back in with my crimpers again because it gives me a better angle and just crimp that down. And be careful you don't grab your beads, because you will crack these beads and then you'll have to start your bow all over and you'll be really, really sad. All right, so let's fix that. All right, so now we have our little bow and we have both of our sides on. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the bead design part. And I don't have a pattern in mind. And the way I like to work is I just start beading and see where it takes me. So first thing I want to do is maybe let's put on one of these little, now I've got two different white ones. I got white shell and white pearl. So let's take a look. The white shell are a little bit larger and they have that little flash in them. All right, so we would like to see essentially that another bead would fit over these two strands, but if it doesn't, don't fight it. You can go ahead and just trim it right off. So I wanted to test it and it doesn't fit, so that's okay. We're not going to change our design to make it work. Instead, we're going to cut that little tail right off. The only reason why I would like to try to keep the little tails, if something did happen to the necklace, I wouldn't have to restring the whole side. I would have that extra little bit to fix it. But not a big deal, not a big deal at all. So there is our little shell pearl bead, and just sits right up there next to that little silver bead cap, bead stopper, crimp bead. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We do have a lot of these really pretty little mint green ones that the bow was made out of, so maybe we should have some of those front and center. So I'm thinking let's maybe do, let's do 2 of those. And then let's maybe do like a larger bead. I wonder how these Millefiori glass ones would look. They're really pretty, and I thought it would just be like a cute something extra. I think I like that. There's a little hint of blue and yellow in some of them, but they go great with that mint green, so I think we're gonna be good with that. And let's go ahead and put on a couple more of these little mint green ones. There we go. And then maybe another one of these little shell pearl beads. A lot of times my patterns end up being like several segments of patterns. So like we have, this is a pattern, and then we can work on our next one. All right, so we have that. Let's maybe do one of these little silver beads. That can be maybe our part that is like starting the next pattern. And then I know these have like some gold in it, but that's okay. You can put gold with silver. It is absolutely fine. These look like little diamonds, and they are like on the holes on the side. So I thought that would be something really unique to put on here. So let's maybe do that little bead. Maybe not. Maybe not feeling it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so then let's maybe do like a little bit of like some larger beads. So we have these really pretty swirl ones. I don't have a ton of bead caps out here, so we're just going to use them basically on one side. And let's see how these big pretty glass beads look. I'm not a fan of those, so we may not use those. I mean, I love the beads, don't get me wrong. I just don't love them on here. So let's maybe check out these little check glass beads. So now I do like that. That looks cute. So let's do that. And then we can do another one of these little swirl beads. Oh, that's a much bigger one. That one's different. That one's different than the rest, so we maybe take him out. I think he belongs with another little grouping of swirl beads that I have. Like that. And then let's do our little metal ball. So there's another little beaded section for us, okay? Are you seeing okay? Maybe do I need to come closer? Come just a little bit closer. There we go. And then we can try to figure out like another one, or we can just go right back to this one. And I think I kind of want to go right back to this one. Now we don't have a ton of the shell beads left, so I'm going to alternate some of those with just the little white check glass pearls. And we'll do 2 of these mint green. I'll do one of the Millefiori glass beads. And that just adds a little bit of color to this. Otherwise it'd be very monochromatic, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I do love some monochromatic pieces as well, but we want to add a little bit of color to it. Okay, that looks cute. And we'll just do the other section that we have here. Make sure I went through the middle hole. Yeah, I've done this with these before. They have other holes and didn't realize they went through one of the little side holes. And I'm like, no, and I already had my whole entire piece done, and I just noticed one, and I'm like, no, you gotta be kidding me. I was not happy. Okay, so we are that far so far on this side. Let me just clamp one of this side down here, and let's work on some on the other side. Ooh, just so we can keep it even. If you're curious about these, you can get these little bead bugs or bead stoppers at any craft store, or you can get them on Amazon. They have packages with several sizes. You can definitely get them there. All right, and since we already know that these teeny little shell beads will not fit over both strands, let's go ahead and just cut this one strand off, save ourselves the grief. There we go. I was being a little bit of a bugger there. All right. So, and let's just follow our same pattern that we have on the other side. And once I get to a point where, you know, we're matching over here, I will go ahead and pause the video and do some more stringing off video, so you don't have to watch paint dry, and then we will be back to finish off the necklace, and we'll go through how to finish it off. So these little bead stoppers, you can get them on beadboxbargains.com. If you don't find them there because they've been, you know, running out of stock really fast because they're super popular, you can get them on Amazon as well. That's where I got these from. I got them from Amazon. I can actually share the link with you guys in the show notes for where I got them on Amazon. If you would like, I'll put that in the description part. All the beads are from various places, and I couldn't tell you exactly where I got everything because they've been part of my stash for quite a while now. So unfortunately, I don't have any news for you about that. Okay, here we go. Got our little metal one. And then let's start our other one here. And again, this is like a good stash buster for you. This is something you can do in any color that you choose, any color theme. You can use sparkly beads, you can use just regular round beads, you can do whatever you like, because you know, this is something that you should be able to dig into your own stash for. And play around with it. Play around with the design of your bow. You know, if you want to make a big giant one, you know, just use larger beads and, you know, practice your loops with it and see what works, and jot down how many beads you need for your loops and how many you need that you used for here. And then you have that little formula that you can use. All right, so this is what we have so far, and I think it's really cute, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I ran out of the Millefiori glass beads that I was using, so I didn't want to keep trying to repeat the pattern. So I figured while we're at the end here, we could do some of the smaller beads up at the top here. And I did 3 of this pretty minty turquoisey green color. Then I did 2 of the white check glass beads. While I'm beading this, first I want to say, you guys, I am almost up to 500 subscribers. You know, you did this. I mean, this is you. I mean, thank you so much. I never would have dreamed in my entire life that I would have 500 people who actually wants to see me do videos of things that I do. Never would have thought it, not in a million years. So thank you all so much for being here. I mean, seriously, I'm like shocked. I also have I have a couple other things. So I found out that my niece and nephew that live in Florida, so Cassidy and Logan, they have been watching me on YouTube as well. And I just want to say hi to Cassidy and Logan, and your Aunt Jody loves you so much. And maybe in the comments, all of our bead friends can say hi to Cassidy and Logan. That would be really cool if you could. They're 2 very sweet kids that I don't get to see very often because I live in Michigan and they live in Florida, and I miss them very much, and hopefully we'll get to see them during Christmas this year and do some fun things together. So, but yeah, miss them very much, love them very much, and can't wait to see them again. I think there was something else I was going to tell you guys about. I know I wanted to tell you thank you so much for subscribing and for being here. Oh, I also want to tell you too, if there's anyone out there who wants to see something. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily a beaded craft, okay? I love getting my hands into everything. If I don't know how to do it, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it and pass it along to you guys. That's one of the things, you know, I do. And you can find inspiration in anything. So if you stumble across something that you're like, hey, I wanna see how to do this, you know what? Let me know, and I will give it a good college try and see if it's something I can figure out and that I can do on a video. If you would like to see a tutorial about it, just let me know. Also too, please feel free. My email is down there. My social media is down there in the description. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. If you're going to reach out to me through Messenger and you're not one of my friends on Facebook, I do recommend you friend requesting me, because sometimes I had a lot of messages that I had no idea that people sent go directly into my spam because we weren't Facebook friends. And when I finally discovered it, it was like months later, and I felt so terrible. So, you know, you can email me. I check my email a couple times a day. So if you have questions about things, or even if you just want to say hi and tell me about yourself, I love to get to know everybody. So this is our community that we are building on. You know, a lot of us have watched other designers and are part of their community too, but think about it this way. All of us, including all those designers, I watch some of them too, we're one big happy family. So just, you know, definitely let's keep expanding our community so we can all be there for each other. All right, so what I did is I ended up just putting it directly onto my clasp instead of onto a jump ring first, then my clasp. It just kind of makes it a little more streamlined there. And then I'll use one of these jump rings to do the other side. Oh, should put my crimp bead on first. I recommend, a lot of people can use so many other crimp beads or crimp tubes. I have a lot of different brands of crimp beads and crimp tubes. Some of them are used for just like stopping a bead from moving, like if I want to do like a floating necklace. And I use some of my less expensive ones on projects like that. But when I'm crimping off an end, I tend to like to use something a little more substantial. Something, it's going to be a little more pricey, like those bead stoppers or bead-along crimp beads or crimp tubes, whichever you prefer. I usually like the crimp tubes, but I have both right now, so we're just using the crimp beads from Beaded. And I would like to tell you that they have like a bunch of different sizes, but a really common one, the one that you're going to use the most, is a number 2. It doesn't hurt to have the other sizes, but if you really are kind of watching your money, then I would definitely recommend just getting the number 2. And you can order directly from their site, or they sell them on Amazon as well. So if you're needing them quicker than what you can get them from the regular site, then go right to Amazon and get it. All right, guys, here is our necklace. And if you're new to the channel, when I make jewelry, I like to try it on for you so you can see what it looks like on a human. So I will be right back and we'll try that on. Okay, everybody, here it is. Look how cute that turned out, and it lays just so nice right there. And I'll bring it in a little bit closer so you can see it up close. And it's just like a collar size necklace. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. You can hang it from one loop like I did the other one. It's really fun, and it really was quite an easy project. If you need more instruction or anything, please let me know. I would be happy to help you out. And that's all we have for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will be around. I'll probably be doing several more videos. I'm still getting the hang of uploading and all that stuff. So bear with me, as it's taken me a little bit longer to produce these as they did for me on Wendy's Crafting Friends, because I actually had to do the back end of the work too, not just send the videos to somebody and have them put it up for me at their leisure. So it's very exciting and it's very fun. A little more labor intensive, but totally worth it. You guys, thank you again. Almost 500 subscribers. Like when I last looked, it was like 460 something, and I'm floored. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to tell my niece and nephew hi. Cassidy and Logan. Aunt Jody misses you very much. See you guys soon. Much love to you all and many blessings. Bye, guys.